Welcome back to another episode of No One Is Coming. The answer is you. In today's episode, we're going to talk about 5 C's. And the first one is creation. How do we create success in any and every field that we want to, especially when it comes to bringing ourselves forward, to talking ourselves out in front of people? So the 5 C's, the success creation is the first one. What are the next 4? We're going to find that in our episode. So with that being said, let's begin. In a world where we often find ourselves waiting for someone to come and save us, it's time to embrace one powerful truth. I hate to tell you this, but no one is coming. The answer is you. Welcome to the podcast that empowers you to take charge of your life and unleash your true potential. I'm your host, Ofri Fuchs, and I'm thrilled to embark on this transformative journey with you. So, if you're ready to embark on a journey full of self-discovery, growth, and actually take responsibility for your life, then you're in the right place, and I'm so glad you're here. Now let's rock and roll. So hello, and welcome back to No One Is Coming. The answer is you. I'm Ofri Fuchs. I'm your host. I'm a powerful presence and a public speaking coach. And I was driving today thinking about public speaking, thinking about powerful presence. And I love playing with words. I love playing, like I do these word games in my head. I'm weird that way. And I thought about the core ingredients to success in public speaking, in powerful presence, in projecting the best version of you possible. And I started playing with the word success, creation, and the C's started popping into my head. And I realized that for creation, whatever it is that we're creating in the world, there's actually 5 that I thought of, but I'm just going to share 4 key C elements, so elements that begin with the letter C, that I found that once we have them established in whatever it is that we're creating in the world, so it could be that you're independent and you're a public speaker, or you need to do any sort of public speaking, like an online course or a webinar or a presentation of some sort. Or you can actually be working in a company and need to hold a presentation or need to hold a client meeting or a boardroom meeting. And whatever it is, wherever it is that you are in your career, I found that these C's can be really helpful once you get them down in creating success in any field or any area that you're working on. So let's dive in and see what are these 4 C's that we need to explore in order to have a greater sense of success. These are content, confidence, character, and connection. So content, confidence, character, and connection. I find that once you have these 4 core elements down, then you can nail anything. All right, and let's dive in and see why these 4 C's, and how we break them down. So the first C that I want to talk about is content. Why content? Because it's the building blocks. Okay, content is not just about what we say, it's also how we say it. It's the foundation to why people are going to be listening to you, right? It might not be the very first element that draw people in, because when you have an opening statement, when you have an exposition to whatever it is that you want to say, it's not going to be about content, right? We're going to dive into that a little bit later. But in overall, if you want people to come back and listen to you, your content, as the saying goes, content is king. So it's true. There is a level of building whatever it is, whatever success you want to create. The foundation has to be the content. It's not just about tossing ideas. It's not just about tossing information. It's about really creating them in such a way that you own your content. So you have to know what you're saying. You have to create the structure for it. You have to create the clarity, the purpose. And I think when I was in acting school, I had this amazing acting teacher, and he was a master in talking about delivery of text. And the way he demonstrated it, or the example that he gave us, the metaphor that he used to give us, was imagine that you're playing tennis, okay? It's kind of a weird tennis. He was Russian, so it's a weird type of tennis. But imagine that you're playing tennis and you're throwing the ball to the other person, to the other player. So the ball is your text, your content, your delivery, the words that you're saying, right? But I, the other character, I need to, and excuse me if this is going to sound weird, but I need to swallow the ball and imagine it's a ping pong ball, maybe not tennis, that gives it it goes into like suffocate, I don't know, a very small ball. So imagine I need to swallow the ball, and that ball needs to go down into my system, into my core. It spirals down. I feel the words, and those words create some kind of movement. Something needs to occur in me. So I have another ball coming out of my mouth and throwing that towards you. That is the brilliance of content. It goes out as words, but it comes through me. Okay, I hope this metaphor makes sense to you. It does to me too. But your message, whatever it is that you want to deliver, is a roadmap, not only for yourself, but for me, the listener. So the more clear you are, the more compelling it is. And the more compelling it is, the easier it is for me, your listener, to follow. You are my leader. You are my roadmap. You are the one that's holding the flashlight to where it is that you want to take me. I'm supposed to follow you, and your words, your content is what's going to make me follow you. So we want our audience to be as engaged as possible, and we want them to walk away with the understanding of what are our main points. What am I saying? What am I really saying? And I remember the first presentation I ever gave, the first public speaking talk that I ever gave, I remember coming out of it, and this is something that we need to go through. We need to stumble and fail. But I remember looking back and I was like, what was I saying? It was like I knew what I was saying, but I don't think the audience knew what I was saying. And this is really important. This is a key factor. You might know in your head what you want to say because you experienced it. It doesn't mean that the audience heard you. All right? So I want to give you an exercise, and you can take it if you want later on when you listen to this podcast again, or if you're able to do it right now. But I want you to jot down for yourself. Take a pad and pencil and jot down 3 points. Let's say you have a public speaking engagement, or let's say you want to come in for a promotion or a raise. It doesn't matter what kind of speaking environment you're supposed to face, but whatever it is that you want to deliver, whether it's a public speaking engagement, or I want to come in and ask for a promotion or a raise, or I want to, I don't know, tell someone I want to marry them, okay? But it's a pitch. You have to deliver some kind of keynote speaking. Write down 3 points you want the other person to hear. 3 points that are important for you to deliver and bring across. And so whatever these 3 points are, they really need to be as simple and as memorable, especially if you're proposing, they need to be memorable, but they need to be very simple. Okay, if it's too complex, it goes over my head. If you're trying to convince someone to give you a raise or give you a promotion, and you're going on and on about all the value that you're creating and giving, you're already in a losing position. Make it simple, precise, condense as possible, and make it yours. Okay, make sure that a 10-year-old can explain it. Okay, it needs to be as simple and as clear as possible. Practice that. Now let's move on to the next C. So that was content. I hope that was clear. That's another C, clear content. So I hope that was clear. It was very important. Your next C is confidence. Now, confidence is a tricky one because as opposed to content, which you can, stay in your own little room and go over and over and over and polish it, confidence is something that you have to gain with other people. So it's a little bit trickier, but it's a really big one because people will fear that their lack of confidence is why they're not going to get the raise, not going to get the promotion, not going to come ask for a better job or better position. But it's actually their lack of doing that's preventing. It's their fear of the fact that they don't have confidence. That's actually preventing them from taking the action. Because confidence is about the doing. It's something you cultivate. You are not born with confidence. People that are confident at a very young age, they've been cultivating it in their very young life, very short life, but it's a muscle that they trained without being aware of it. But you can train your body and your mind and your heart to feel confident. So you can do that in two ways. One way is preparing. Know your content. Know your delivery. Know what you want to say. Be overly prepared. Okay, so you can speak it in the middle of the night if I wake you up. But aside from the preparation, the technical aspect of the preparation, it's also our believing in the value that we can give. Now listen to me carefully. It's not about believing in yourself. Yourself is this very big thing. It's not about believing in ourselves. It's about believing in the value that our content carries. Okay, it's a big difference. Do I have value to bring to this person when I marry them, to this job when I get a raise or a promotion? And that will create the energy behind your words. And that will create the confidence that you're wanting to experience. So showing up confident changes everything. People are drawn to you. If you're confident, they believe in you because most people lack the confidence in you. But if you show them you're confident in yourself, then they feel that they can trust you as well. It's a magnetizing field. And it's something that we do practice till we get it perfect. We do fake it till we make it. But know this, that not practice. Know this. Confidence doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I just stumbled on my words. Okay, you can stumble. You can be vulnerable. You can fail. You can forget. These moments are what makes you human, and these moments are what make you relatable, approachable. Hey, you just experienced my worst fear because you stumbled and failed, and I can relate to you because you came out of it with a smile and a sense of humor. And that's magnetic. So another quick exercise for you. If you have a talk, a presentation, a proposal, or anything that you want to create in front of another person, a public speaking environment, go and practice. Find a private place and go and practice some power poses. Power poses are basically poses that expand your body and send hormones into your system that create confidence. So your body is getting these signals, these electromagnetic signals and signals to your brain that portray confidence. They're like, okay, this is safe. I feel good about myself right now. Power poses can be a big V position, hands behind your head, leaning back on a chair. I think I discussed them in previous episodes. If not, I'm going to do a separate episodes. But look up power poses online and you'll find plenty. Deep breath that relaxes the nervous system. These things send signals to our system that we're okay, that we're safe, and that we're confident in this environment. So just remember, it's not about looking confident, it's about really feeling it, and that is something you can practice and cultivate. Third C. The third C is your character. Now that is also a big one. What is character? The character is basically the essence of who you be, of who you are. This is you. This is the unique spark that is you. This is how you stand out. This is about your authenticity. This is your voice, your style, your charisma, your charm, your choice of words, your body language, your stride. It's you. Okay? This is where you get to shine. Now, what happens with character? Where do people that walk into a room or need to speak out in public, where do they fall or fail? I don't know about fail, but where do they fall short? Is where they try to mimic either another person, they try to copy another person, or they try to predict how did this person that's listening to me, how did they want me to be? And they try to be something that they're not. And that we are BS detectors. Like in this day and age, everybody is a BS radar. Okay, so maybe you admire someone and you want to copy them, or maybe you've seen someone that you think this is the way people should present themselves or present their public talk. Forget that. Your audience wants you. Your boss wants you. Your partner wants you. It's you. No one is like you in the whole world. 8 billion people in the world, and there's only one of you. Isn't that spectacular? So why try to be someone else? You are perfect. And whoever's listening to you, they want the real person. They want your real experiences. They want your real emotions. They want you. So be quirky, be weird, be eccentric, be funny, be you, because your you will either make you shine or make you fall and find another place where you can shine. Okay? But you will find the right place for you based on you. Just imagine how stressful and exhausting it is to try to be someone else all the time. So be you as big as you can. This morning I was dancing in the street. Literally, I walked my dog at 6:30 in the morning and I put on my headphones with the Greatest Showman soundtrack and I danced in the street. Why? Because I felt like it. And I felt like I was in a movie and there's cameras on me. And I'm like, I hope someone's getting this because this is an awesome moment. And I danced my heart out because that's what I needed because I was so tired and I needed to wake myself up. And I'm like, this is me. And that was actually the song that was playing. This is me. All right. I kind of went on. Last C, fourth C, connection. So we had our content. We had our confidence. We talked about character, which is you. And now we're about connection, which is we. Okay? So now that you have the foundation, the content, you're building the confidence and you're bringing out your character. Now it's about where we connect. Wherever it is that you are, connection is the glue with your boss, with your partner, with your audience, wherever it is that you are. We have to have the connection because you can have the greatest content. You can have the greatest confidence. You can have the greatest character. But if you're missing me when you're talking to me, none of that matters. None of it. It's just, it's over my head. It's all going to fall flat. So connection is about creating the space. So there's a me, there's a you, and there's what's in between us. It's the shared space. So wherever it is that you are, don't talk. I just had a client and she was going through a job interview and we were rehearsing and she was up there in her head talking about her resume, her experience. I'm like, girl, you are not talking to me. Talk to me. Connect to me. Tell me your life experience. Tell me your resume. Look at me. Am I listening to you? Am I engaged in your story? Are you losing me or am I excited by your story? It's not about the information. It's about this space, not the information, the transformation. All right, so how do we create connection? Just like I mentioned in this story with my client, it's about eye contact. It's about checking out, it's feeling the energy. You can share personal stories and see, are they nodding to you? Are they getting emotional by your personal stories? Are you taking in the room? Are you leading the room? Are you reading the room? So connection is about making people feel like you see them. You can be on stage, but they feel seen. I remember there's an amazing, a friend of mine. He's an amazing coach. He's an artist. He's this amazing being. His name is Sanika Street, if you want to look him up. But I saw two talks or performances that he gave on stage, and he's a big guy. And when he gets on stage, he takes, I swear it's like a minute, 60 seconds, where he just takes in the room. So he looks at the audience, one at a time, and there's this deafening silence. And I'm like, and that is an intimidating moment for me as an audience. He's like, he's staring straight at me. He's not being judged. He's judging me. He's looking straight. He's piercing with his gaze. And I'm like, that is power. He draws the whole audience in. I love that. So see the audience, hear them, feel them, make them feel understood. So here's another exercise for you. The next time you're presenting, the next time you need to be in front of people, the next time you need to be on stage, take a moment and genuinely look. Look at them. Don't be scared of the very dramatic pause or silence. Make eye contact with them, even if it's just a brief second. I know it's terrifying. I know. But just take a glance, take a moment, take a nod, share a wink, whatever it is. Sometimes go, I saw that. Mm-hmm. That helps break the fourth wall, and it breaks that invisible gap that's between you and them. Now you guys are one, the speaker and their audience. And again, it can be a very small environment, but just break that barrier. All right, so we're closing our success creation. So I hope you can see how once you have content, you have confidence, you have character, and you have connection, you can create success in any aspect of your life. Okay? Imagine your relationship. You bring in content that's valuable for your relationship. You bring in confidence, feel like you're leading this relationship. You bring in your personal character, you're really authentic, and you work on the connection. Boom, your relationship is gold. Gold. So this formula can be implemented in any aspect of your life. But of course, when you're standing in front of people, when you're facing an audience, this is the magic formula to be aligned, to feel connected, to feel empowered, to feel like you're really holding the room. So I hope this was valuable for you. I want you to remember that no one is coming. The answer is you. You're the one that is out there to create the content, to build your confidence, to build or bring out your character, and to establish the connection. The success is yours. It's all you. I love you. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.